Every collapse begins the same way, quietly. Not with explosions, but with silence. A silence so subtle, most people never notice it happening. But today, right now, there is a collapse unfolding beneath your feet. One your government will never admit to. So here's the question. What if the next crisis has already started and no one told you? Because the numbers say it has. And the only reason you haven't felt it yet is because the people in charge need you not to look. History has a pattern. Empires fall the moment their money stops meaning anything. Rome mixed its silver. Weimar printed its future away. 2008 hid losses in financial shadows. And today, governments are doing something eerily similar, but with far more sophisticated tools. Here's the quick stat no politician will mention. Global debt hit the highest level in human history last year, not during a war, not during a global emergency, but during normal times. It's like a family maxing out every credit card before the crisis begins. To understand the hidden collapse, imagine the world economy as a balloon. Each year, governments pump in more air, more debt, more stimulus, more promises. But here's the trick. They can't stop. The system depends on constant inflation, constant borrowing, constant expansion. This is the debt treadmill. If they slow down, the machine stops. If they speed up, it overheats. And either way, the ending is the same. They use 3 tools to hide this slow collapse. Money printing with fancy names, inflation that's temporary, then sticky, then not our fault. Statistical magic tricks, changing definitions so the numbers look fine. Every government insists everything is under control because admitting otherwise, that would trigger the collapse instantly. The turning point is not dramatic. It happens when confidence dies, not all at once, but piece by piece. You feel it when your salary buys less, when rent climbs faster than your job, when savings melt before your eyes. These aren't random events. These are symptoms, early tremors before the ground breaks. In the last year alone, multiple countries have quietly defaulted or begged for bailouts, not because they made mistakes, but because the system itself is cracking, and the cracks are spreading. When one nation fails, its neighbors wobble. When a currency falls, imports become impossible. When debt is unpayable, it never gets paid. It gets buried, hidden, deferred, until one day it can't be hidden anymore. You're living through the beginning of a long, invisible unwinding, a slow collapse that governments can delay, but not prevent. Expect higher prices, more taxes, more fees, more creative definitions of growth. Expect retirement plans to stretch thinner. Expect currencies to drift downward while leaders insist everything is stable. When trust disappears, people look for new systems. Crypto, gold, alternative economies. They vote differently. They work differently. They save differently. This is how hidden collapses become visible. Not with a bang, but with a migration. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The collapse isn't coming someday. It's already here. Just disguised, delayed, and carefully managed. Every era ends the same way. People lose trust in the old system and begin quietly building a new one. The question isn't whether collapse will happen, but whether you recognize it early enough to stay ahead of it. So tell me, what part of the collapse do you think people are missing the most? Let's talk in the comments.